Jasmine Monroe, and Maureen Kyle. Today is the day Rock Hall, well, the announcement for those who will be in the class of 2021. We have 16 nominees, which Austin is going to go through in just a second because he is live there at the Rock Hall. But first, we want to give a check on that forecast with Holly because, Holly, we've seen some sunshine. Hopefully, it can continue throughout the next few days.
Yes. So we're going to see plenty of it. And the one thing too is that and Dave will be talking more about this. We have the Indians game this afternoon. It's a 1:10 start. So we're still trending a little bit cool, highs 60, but it will be just plenty of sun throughout the day. 70 is the normal high. A little reminder, we do get much closer into the weekend. So I know you guys have a lot to talk about. I'm going to go chat with Bill, but it looks like we're in for a nice sunny stretch here.
Ooh, can't wait. I saw that the 70s were coming back around within the next few days, so we appreciate that. Thank you so much, Holly. And as you are joining, we are live on Facebook as well as YouTube. So let us know. Austin is about to run through the list of nominees for the Rock Hall class of 2021. We want to know your favorites. We want to know who you think is going to get in. So go ahead. Put it in the comment section. Let us know the story. I'm sure our executive producer, if I'm looking, yep, it has it linked so you can look for it yourself and you can say, I wonder who's going to get in. So Austin, let me know. Nominees, who are they?
Absolutely. Hey, good morning to you guys. Yeah, and been live at the Rock Hall all morning long, and I'm on the top floor of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and pretty sweet right now. This is where like Pink Floyd, the wall is. This is on their trying to get a good little site right now. This was one of their on their what was it, the stage of their concerts and everything like that. So pretty cool. But yeah, I just want
is that the Super Bowl Hall of Fame?
That is in the
Super Bowl. Okay.
There is a display of that. I think that's on the second floor. So
okay.
All the way up on the fifth floor. They actually had nice couches up here. So that's why I actually chose this area. So I haven't really sat down much all morning. But yeah, let's get down to some of these nominees. And so it's a big day. They're going to be announcing who will be officially nominated and inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame later on this morning at around 8 o'clock. You can check out the Rock Hall's Facebook for that, but also I'm going to be doing a live stream with Greg Harris. He's the CEO of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and kind of breaking down each one that was nominated. So let's go roll through these. All right. So it's a really diverse class this year where 7 women are on the ballot this year, and that's the most of all time. So people like Tina Turner, other nominees include the Go-Go's, Todd Rundgren, Carole King, Devo, Foo Fighters, Jay-Z, Iron Maiden, Fela Kuti, just a lot of really great bands. Probably my favorite out of this, I'm a 90s kid, so I would probably say the Foo Fighters. My go-to last year, they were nominated. They won the fan vote, Dave Matthews Band, and then they didn't get nominated again this year. So I asked them about that. They're like, well, it just kind of depends on who's in the nomination room, this and that. So anyways, I digress. But and what's great about this year too is that this goes back and forth between Cleveland and New York. And this year, the induction ceremony will be taking place right here in Cleveland. So really exciting. I mean, Cleveland, we have become kind of ground zero for the reopening of these events all across the United States. So of course we had the premier events that you can have of the NFL draft. And then again, up in October, we're going to be having the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony, which is super exciting. It's on October 30th. And Greg Harris, the CEO of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, saying that this could bring in about $40 million for the city of Cleveland. So on top of what we were able to bring in for the NFL draft, add on to this, and this will be taking place at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse again on October 30th. They chose it to have it there. It's typically at public auditorium, but this is just a bigger space where they can have more social distancing. And right now the capacity for the event is at 25%. So, but really a big year for Cleveland. And we've been kind of on the I don't know, cutting edge isn't necessarily the right word, but kind of the leader in getting us back from this pandemic. And it has turning out to be a huge year for Cleveland. So again, the nominees, there's a full list of them on our website, wkyc.com. Brian Hated, our digital executive producer, has a whole guide for everyone kind of breaking down what this means. But 16 nominees, a huge year for women, taking 7 nominations, and the official announcement of who will be inducted will take place later this morning at 8 a.m. And then following that announcement, I'm going to be sitting down with CEO Greg Harris. We're kind of going to go through each one of the picks, why they were chosen, their significance to music. So we're going to kind of go in and kind of a deep dive with that. So tune in on our Facebook page for that as well later on this morning.
Yeah, so that announcement coming around 8 o'clock, 8:05-ish. And if you get the push alerts from WKYC, it will come right to your phone. So if you're like, what? Go ahead, sign up for the push alerts, download the WKYC app, and all of that will come straight to you. So you'll know maybe before Austin. So you can chime in on his 8:30 live. Go ahead,
Austin makes a great point there. That's going to be an awesome weekend, Halloween weekend. But just think about the money in so many cities struggling because of the pandemic, and Cleveland fortunate to have all of the cash flow come in from the NFL draft and now this with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So fortunate to have it here this year. So boy, it's going to be really exciting to see how that goes this morning.
And the Browns
people seeing
really
what Cleveland's all about.
This is the year for the Browns.
If I can chime in too, like it's a really fun event. I got a chance to cover, I want to say 2012. Well, it was here in like 2012, and I got to be in the press room and opening it up at the at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Hopefully you can get your hands on tickets. But I mean, what an opportunity for us just as fans. I mean, as a reporter who was in the press room, somebody would get their official induction and then come back and talk to the press for a little while, and it was just so cool. So I mean, like, we as Clevelanders, if we can get our hands on tickets, we're going to get a chance to just see all these bands. I mean, imagine seeing, Tina Turner, then turn around and it's the Foo Fighters, then,
Jay-Z. Just let me see Jay-Z because next to him.
Oh my God, Beyonce going to be there.
And then we will be straight. I just need them. Austin, if you can have a serious conversation with the CEO and tell him that, like, you don't want to mess this up.
Time. I really just don't think Jay-Z's
we don't
time.
need
We have LL Cool J.
We don't need that energy, Danielle.
He's super influential. I don't know. I think
he is influential, but I'm not sure if he's going to get in this first time. I mean, but who knows? Because
first year that he was eligible for it.
Jay-Z. Well, we know Beyonce's going to get in probably her first year, but she
7 her first time. Did Austin mention that there's 7 first time? I think.
Who's 7 first time?
Yeah, 7 first time nominees, and then also 7 women as well too. So kind of a historic, and I think that both of those are the most first time nominees, and then the first time women being nominated. So
I'd like to see Tina Turner in there. Like
she won the fan vote. She won the fan vote.
She's got to be.
So the first,
I think she's a shoe-in. I will be floored.
I'd love to see Dave Grohl too.
But wait, she didn't get in before.
I
Tina
think
Turner
the Foo
didn't get
Fighters
in
are
before.
from Dave Grohl is from Warren.
Yeah, so she's one of Tina Turner is on the list who have been nominated before.
She's been nominated.
I would think she would have been
nominated
in the first time. So, but she wasn't. So the first time nominees are Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, Foo Fighters, Dionne Warwick, Iron Maiden, the Go-Go's, or the Go-Go's. My bad. The Go-Go's and Fela Kuti. Is that how you pronounce it?
Fela Kuti, and that's my prediction. I predict Kuti gets in. That's my prediction.
Okay. And Janet, she says Todd Rundgren, he will get in. So Kate Bush, Devo from the Akron area.
Janet Jackson wasn't on this time. She was last year, right?
She was last year.
Yeah, she was nominated last year.
Was it last year? Yeah. I know Notorious B.I.G. got in last year.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He had in mind when he was making his music. He is like mom from the suburbs loves to listen to me while she's gardening.
Soccer mom from Bay Village just makes so much sense.
You guys, I'm not even kidding. I had, what is it?
Mo was singing, "It was all a dream." I used to read her magazine.
Smoking pepper, heavy D up in the limousine.
I could rap that whole thing. I actually would listen to, I think it was called like Hip Hop Barbecue or something like that on like one of those playlists on like Spotify or Amazon Music, and I'd be pulling weeds, and I'm like, I don't think I'm what Tupac had in mind, but whatever. I mean, that's what makes all of this so fun, you know. And like even the debate that we're having of what Tina didn't get in the first time, is she gonna get it now? I mean, that's the fun of this whole anticipation of it, and who's going to get in, because you know we all have an emotional connection to the songs or the artists or you know people you think like, oh my gosh, I'd love to see their memorabilia in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like, will we see it? Who knows? So yeah, that announcement, we had Al Roker, we were supposed to chat. We were supposed to chat Rock Hall. He just started doing his Tina Turner dance, and it went totally off the rails.
You can't control Al.
Did you missed it, Jasmine?
He's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm out in the field, so I can't see it. So I gotta look back.
He was funny.
We're gonna show some TikTok video that Matt Standridge did of him, and then we were talking Rock Hall because they're gonna announce it on the Today Show. It's an exclusive, and Hoda jumps in, which was kind of my fault because I was like, bring Hoda in. And then they just started doing their Tina Turner.
Because Hoda was going for Tina Turner. But to answer your question, Janet Jackson, she was inducted in the 2019 to the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Yeah. So
was that one was in New York?
The Rock
was that New York?
No, I think she was here because Erykah Badu. I think so. It had to be. I'm not sure. But it's just something that
I could do some more.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely the experts here. All of us.
I'm not
bringing
speaking
home
on. I just knew that Janet Jackson was nominated.
She got in. So she got in 2019.
Austin, I was gonna tell you, there's something specific that you have to do at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You have to tell them to take you in the basement, and there's signatures all over the wall of all the famous people who've been inside of the Rock and Roll Hall ofAme, and they will allow you to sign the wall. So you have to do it. It's
oh my god!
Wow. Is that right when you walk in with security? All those on the left?
So,
I think so.
No,
isn't it? Yeah.
Fame, you don't want my signature on there. It would really bring down the aura of the whole wall. I'm gonna go find. Like Bono. I'm going to sign right next to Bono. Austin loves Bono right there.
One day you're going to have little love babies, and you're going to have to tell them, like, did you know that I'm
at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? You have to.
My signature.
You were backstage.
So
maybe I'll sign my mask and leave it here for him, or put it in one of the display cases.
Yeah, we will end this one because Mark Miller, he says he wants Weird Al. So
unfortunately not on the nominee list. Hate to break it to you.
Yeah. No, I'm for it. I'm with him.
Don't forget, get the push alert, WKYC push alert, so you can get it right at 8:05 as soon as they announce it on the Today Show. Who will be inducted into the class of 2021? What's your thoughts? Jasmine is for Jay-Z. Actually, she's for Beyonce.
I'm for Tina Turner. Tina Turner, but I would like to see Beyonce. So if that means Jay-Z.
Well, Jasmine, you just have to stick around a few years because Destiny's Child should be up in 5 years. Not sure if Destiny's Child will get in, but then 3 years after that, 3 or 4, she should be up because that is when she hit her single, 2003. When she went solo, her first solo album.
That doesn't sound too
Danielle
bad.
hasn't been doing the math or anything.
Yeah.
Like, but you know, I was a part of the Beehive before it was the Beehive. So, but we shall let you go because Dave and Maureen have to get to the Today Show.
Hey, Danielle.
So,
one thing quickly.
Okay, you're making it late. Go ahead. Oh, yeah.
NFL schedule. We'll talk about that tomorrow morning, I'm sure. But we're going to find out the Browns. We know who their opponents are, but we're going to find out in what order and how many primetime games. So we'll find out the NFL schedule today.
Yeah, more primetime games. More primetime games should be more money.
All right, I'm going to go.
All righty, take care, everybody. Have a great